Hello and welcome back to Code Cloud and DevOps Ask Me Anything. I got another question and it goes thus. What are the main things to learn in cloud and DevOps to get a fresher or entry level job? Thanks very much for your question, and I think I'll go straight to the point here. To learn DevOps as a beginner, I will probably say it's not hard, to be honest. Starting to learn something as a beginner is not the hardest thing, but I think consistency is what actually makes it pretty hard. But of course, if you're consistent, you'll find it easy. So to learn DevOps as a beginner, I think one, you need to understand software development lifecycle. I think that is the fundamental thing you need to learn. Software development lifecycle, you learn things like flowchart, you learn things like algorithms, all those kind of basic stuff about software development to understand what happens when software is being developed. Because coming from the definition of DevOps itself, there's process involved in building software and there's the people. So you learn the process, which is SDLC, software development lifecycle. Once you finish learning software development lifecycle, then you can pick what interests you mostly in DevOps. You could be someone who likes to automate deployment, so you learn things like CI/CD. But before that, you need to have an understanding of a scripting language at least, probably PowerShell, Bash, Go, Groovy, or any of those scripting languages. I personally use PowerShell in my own instance, so you can learn something like PowerShell. And if you like, you can also learn some fundamental programming language like Python, C#, or JavaScript to just have a bit of understanding on how people write software, although it is not a requirement. So learning SDLC, software development lifecycle, learning a scripting language, and then learning the tools you need to use to achieve automation. So things like Azure DevOps, Bitbucket, GitHub Actions, AWS Code Deploy, Octopus Deploy, all those platforms, you can go learn about them step by step because each of them have specific pathways to learning them. So for example, I'll use Azure DevOps as an example because that is what I'm most conversant with. So if I finish learning my SDLC, I would go learn PowerShell, for example, or Bash. Then I would learn about Azure DevOps, the services it can offer me. For example, now I will think of grabbing someone's code from GitHub because there are a lot of code samples there. Let's say it was written in C# or JavaScript. I will then go online to learn, hey, I want to be able to deploy this C# code to this cloud using Azure DevOps. I can bet you'll find at least 1 or 5 videos to be able to guide you through the process step by step, or maybe a blog post to go from doing that. And you continue to do that and repeat the process over and over and over and over again. You learn that little by little, and then you become conversant with those systems, and then of course you can showcase them as time goes by. Then once you learn the DevOps tools, of course, you want to learn the people aspect of DevOps also. You want to understand the different stakeholders you need to be working with as a DevOps engineer. So I've mentioned about 4 things now: SDLC, scripting, DevOps tooling, people. So 4 things that you need to learn to actually be an all-rounder DevOps engineer, because as a DevOps engineer, you would interact with people quite a lot. And you probably ask me, so I don't have a portfolio, I don't know anybody, I don't know anything, I'm literally just a beginner. The answer to your question is that luckily there are courses by people like me online who actually go through what you need to do from beginning to the end in a series of videos. So if you watched my playlist, Smooth Dev Saturday, for example, the link is popping up in this video right here. Smooth Dev Saturdays, I went through SDLC into DevOps, into actually building and deploying applications to the cloud. Although I have not done Smooth Dev Saturdays in a long time, I maybe would get back to them. But about 17 videos that are there should walk you through what you need to understand from the basics of software development, of lifecycle management, to actually building and deploying something in the cloud. I explained Azure DevOps. I was able to deploy an application to the cloud, etc. in that video. And once you go through all those series of videos, you should be able to beat your chest confidently and say, yes, I've been able to learn this thing. So yes, SDLC, scripting, tooling, people. Those are the 4 main pillars I would say you need to think about when you want to learn to be a DevOps engineer. I hope those answered your question, and If you have further questions, you can drop them still using the link showing on your screen right now or in the QR code showing on your screen right about now. And I'll be able to answer your questions in details as much as possible if you need further clarifications. Or you can get with me one-on-one using any of the contact methods available on my website. Until I come your way again yet to another video, stay safe and goodbye. And remember to like, share and subscribe to my channel. And remember to like this video, share with your friends and family, and subscribe to my channel so you do not miss any videos just like this one. Goodbye.